sister wives. Kody and Robyn Brown saddled with $2.2 million in debt, the cost of luxury and love. Robyn's luxury has left Kody homeless and bankrupt. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I'm Olivia, and I hope you're well by God's grace. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The Brown family of sister wives has been no stranger to financial turmoil. Over the years, they've moved from state to state, invested in homes, land, and businesses, and tried to maintain a lifestyle that would keep all the wives and children comfortable and perhaps, at times, impressively extravagant. But in recent years, the financial strain has fallen squarely on the shoulders of Kody and his fourth wife, Robyn Brown. Now, it is reported that Kody and Robyn are buried under a staggering $2.2 million in debt, mostly from loans and mortgages tied to their luxurious living in Flagstaff, Arizona. What led them here? Why did Robyn continue to buy homes and refinance at every turn? And what does it mean for their future? This deep dive unpacks the choices, circumstances, and consequences of their mounting financial woes and explores how their dream of luxury became a nightmare of debt. From Lehigh to Flagstaff, the price of polygamy. The Brown family first entered the public eye in 2010 when Sister Wives premiered on TLC. At the time, Kody was married to Mary, Janelle, and Christine and courting Robyn. They all lived in a large shared home in Lehigh, Utah. That home was sold when the family fled Utah in fear of anti-polygamy prosecution. The move to Las Vegas in 2011 was the beginning of a more lavish chapter. Kody bought 4 brand new homes on a cul-de-sac, one for each wife. This meant taking on multiple mortgages simultaneously, but the family was optimistic. They believed the show's success would sustain them, and for a while it did. The TLC paychecks, book deals, and speaking engagements supported their lifestyle. But cracks began to appear. Enter Robyn, a taste for finer things. Robyn Brown, Kody's youngest and fourth wife, joined the family with her 3 children from a previous marriage. She quickly became his favorite, according to many fans and even his other wives. Robyn seemed to have a taste for finer things: new furniture, designer clothes, expensive weddings. Over the years, she persuaded Kody to indulge in luxuries the others hadn't sought. When the family decided to move to Flagstaff in 2018, they sold their Las Vegas homes and looked for property in Arizona. That's when their financial problems deepened. Flagstaff, a $1 million gamble. Flagstaff is a scenic, affluent mountain town, and property there is expensive. Instead of building on the Coyote Pass land they purchased, Kody and Robyn opted to buy an already built luxury home in Flagstaff for nearly $900,000 in 2019. This home, dubbed Brownton Abbey by fans, came with a $667,500 mortgage and required a large down payment. But Robyn wanted it, and Kody, eager to please her, agreed. They borrowed heavily, leaving themselves little room to maneuver financially. In the following years, they took out additional loans and even a HELOC, home equity line of credit, on the home, reportedly $150,000 at one point, to cover expenses. Meanwhile, the Coyote Pass property sat undeveloped, and the other wives became increasingly frustrated. The split and the shrinking family. By late 2021 and into 2022, the Brown family began to crumble. Christine left Kody and moved back to Utah, divorcing him spiritually and selling her share of the Coyote Pass land. Janelle and Mary followed, leaving only Robyn as Kody's sole wife. While the others moved into modest rentals or bought smaller homes, Kody and Robyn stayed in the sprawling, expensive Brownton Abbey. With his family fractured and his income from the show uncertain, Kody's financial obligations became more concentrated and crushing. Robyn's new house, another pricey purchase. In 2024, despite already struggling with debt, Robyn reportedly pushed Kody to buy yet another home in Flagstaff, this time for $2.1 million. The down payment alone was $420,000, and they financed the remaining $1.68 million with another mortgage. Fans and observers were baffled. Why would they take on more debt at such a precarious time? Why not downsize, sell Brownton Abbey, and live within their means. According to sources close to the family, Robyn insisted she needed a home that reflected her worth and allowed her children to live in luxury. Kody, still desperate to make her happy and perhaps to save face, agreed, against better judgment. The debt breakdown. As of 2025, here is a breakdown of Kody and Robyn's reported debt. Loan type amount USD details. Brownton Abbey mortgage $540,000 original $667,500 minus payments. Helic on Brownton Abbey $0 paid off in 2024. New $2.1 million house mortgage $1,680,000 borrowed in 2024. Other expenses, legal, taxes, etc. Unknown, estimated hundreds of thousands. Total debt $2.2 million estimated. Many fans wonder, why didn't Kody and Robyn stop? Why not sell the first house, downsize, and pay off debt? The answer likely lies in their dynamic. Robyn has often described herself as needing security, stability, and a home that feels worthy. For years, Kody seemed unable to deny her anything, even if it meant borrowing against their future. Some speculate that Kody felt he had to provide Robyn with luxury to compensate for losing the other wives, as if to prove he could make at least one marriage work. Others think Robyn simply refused to live in anything less than luxury, and Kody, fearful of conflict, complied. The emotional cost of debt. Beyond the financial burden, the debt has taken a toll emotionally and spiritually. Kody has been visibly stressed on the show in recent seasons, often snapping at Robyn, the children, and even production crews. Robyn has wept on camera about feeling overwhelmed, but she has also doubled down on her belief that they deserve comfort and beauty. Their children, especially Robyn's older daughters, reportedly feel guilty about the strain, having grown accustomed to a lavish lifestyle they can no longer sustain. Public backlash. Fans of Sister Wives have been vocal in their criticism of Kody and Robyn's spending habits. Social media platforms are full of comments calling them irresponsible, selfish, and out of touch. Many fans point out that the other wives managed with much less and even supported themselves through side businesses. Meanwhile, Kody and Robyn leaned heavily on TLC money, loans, and credit. Some have even speculated that the couple might face foreclosure if their income drops further, though no such legal actions have been confirmed. What the future holds. With Sister Wives still airing, Kody and Robyn may continue to rely on their TV earnings to cover their obligations. However, reality TV fame is fickle, and viewers have become increasingly critical of their choices. If the show ends or ratings plummet, they could find themselves unable to keep up with mortgage payments. At that point, selling one or both homes might become their only option. Alternatively, Kody might finally decide to build on the Coyote Pass land, though that too would require additional funds they may not have. Lessons from the Browns' debt. The saga of Kody and Robyn Brown is a cautionary tale about living beyond one's means. It shows how even significant income from television and book deals can evaporate when paired with excessive spending and poor financial planning. It also highlights the emotional dynamics that can drive such choices: the desire to please a partner, the fear of losing face, and the pressure to maintain appearances. On a recent episode of Sister Wives, Kody reflected on his mistakes. "I thought I was being the hero by giving her everything she wanted. But now I feel like a fool. I don't even know if we can dig ourselves out of this." Robyn, however, remained defiant. "I've sacrificed so much for this family. I deserve a beautiful home, a safe place for my kids. I won't apologize for that." These conflicting attitudes may explain why the debt keeps growing and why it may continue to haunt them. Kody and Robyn's $2.2 million debt is not just a number on paper. It represents years of choices, priorities, and missteps. It also underscores the complexities of a family once bound by faith, now fractured by finances. Whether they can recover remains to be seen. Will they sell their properties and start fresh? Will they downsize and live more modestly? Or will they continue to dig deeper into debt to sustain the illusion of a lifestyle they can no longer afford? Sister Wives. How much money did Kody take from Janelle and Mary, and how he deprived them of their rights. The once united Brown family of sister wives has disintegrated before the public's eyes over the past few years. At the center of the storm is Kody Brown, who has gone from the proud patriarch of 4 wives and 18 children to a man clinging to his last wife, Robyn, amid financial ruin and family estrangement. Fans have long speculated about the financial inequities in the family, particularly how Kody allegedly took money from Janelle and Mary to fund Robyn's lavish lifestyle, depriving his other wives of their fair share in the process. This article explores how much money Kody took from Janelle and Mary, what rights they were denied, and how his decisions drove them away, financially and emotionally. The Browns' finances. Polygamy isn't cheap. When Sister Wives premiered in 2010, Kody was married to Mary, Janelle, Christine, and courting Robyn. The family lived in Lehi, Utah, in a spacious home that accommodated all the wives and children. But polygamy comes with enormous financial challenges. Supporting 4 households, paying for groceries, cars, insurance, and clothing for so many children required a substantial income, something the family always seemed to be chasing. TLC reportedly paid the family about $25,000 to $40,000 per episode at their peak, which was split among the adults. But as Kody himself admitted on camera, the show didn't cover all their expenses, and with multiple mortgages and land deals in play, money became tight. Janelle, the family's financial backbone. Janelle has always been seen as the family's most financially savvy wife. Before the show, she worked full-time in accounting and financial services and was often the main breadwinner while Mary and Christine stayed home to care for the children. Fans have praised her for being practical and willing to work hard to keep the family afloat. But as the years went on, her contributions, both financial and emotional, seemed to go unnoticed and unappreciated by Kody. When the family moved to Las Vegas in 2011, they purchased 4 separate homes on a cul-de-sac, each with a mortgage. According to various reports, Janelle's good credit and steady income were crucial in qualifying for those loans. Yet despite her contributions, she was not given equal say when Kody and Robyn began making unilateral decisions about money and property later on. Mary, the first wife, left out in the cold. Mary, Kody's first wife, was once his closest companion. But their relationship soured after her catfishing scandal in 2015, and she became increasingly marginalized in the family. Financially, Mary also contributed to the family. Though she had fewer children than the others, she worked and later started a successful bed and breakfast business. Yet as Kody and Robyn began taking control of the family's money and focusing resources on their own home and children, Mary was left out of key decisions. Many fans believe Kody used funds that should have been shared to support Robyn's lifestyle at Mary's expense. Coyote Pass, the land that divided them. In 2018, the family purchased 12 acres of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, known as Coyote Pass. The plan was for each wife to build her own home on the land. But years later, nothing had been built. During a heated conversation on the show, Janelle revealed that she had poured tens of thousands of dollars into the Coyote Pass property, paying off her share of the land while living in a modest rental and even an RV to save money. Meanwhile, Kody and Robyn chose to buy an existing luxury home for nearly $900,000, leaving little money left to develop the property for anyone else. Janelle confronted Kody about the unfairness of the situation. "I've paid my share. I've done everything I was supposed to do. And yet you and Robyn live in luxury while I sleep in an RV." Similarly, Mary contributed to the Coyote Pass purchase, but never received clarity about her portion. When she finally left the family, she reportedly walked away without recouping her investment. While exact figures are impossible to confirm without access to their financial records, a close analysis based on property records, loans, and statements made on the show provides some plausible estimates. Janelle's contributions. Down payment on her Las Vegas home, $80,000. Mortgage payments over years, $200,000. Share of Coyote Pass land, $170,000. Rent and living expenses during Flagstaff years, $50,000. Loans taken in her name to help family qualify. Unknown, but likely significant. What she lost. Proceeds from the sale of her Vegas home reportedly went toward paying down Coyote Pass, not directly benefiting her. Lived in substandard conditions, RV, while Kody and Robyn enjoyed a luxury home. Ultimately left the marriage without ownership of a home or her share of the Coyote Pass land. Estimated losses to Janelle, at least $400,000 to $500,000. Mary's contributions. Down payment and mortgage on her Vegas home, $75,000. Share of Coyote Pass land, $150,000. Contribution to household expenses over decades, hundreds of thousands. Sacrificed potential income and autonomy during her marriage. Despite investing in Coyote Pass and her Vegas home, she appeared to have no claim to property upon leaving. Left out of decision-making about finances in later years. Watched Kody invest family resources into Robyn's home and children instead. Estimated losses to Mary, at least $300,000 to $400,000. Robyn's windfall. While Janelle and Mary were sacrificing and scraping by, Robyn seemed to thrive. Not only did she and Kody purchase a massive home in Flagstaff for nearly $900,000, but they later took out additional loans and even purchased another luxury home worth over $2 million. Robyn's credit wasn't as strong as Janelle's or Mary's, but she benefited from their good standing and their willingness to pool resources for the good of the family. According to property records, Robyn's Flagstaff home mortgage, $2019 $667,500. Additional HELOC, $150,000. New luxury home, 2024 $2.1 million with $1.68 million mortgage. These figures suggest that while the other wives sacrificed, Robyn enjoyed millions in property, with Kody by her side, depriving them of their rights. Beyond the money, Janelle and Mary were also deprived of their emotional, spiritual, and familial rights as equal wives. Denied property rights. While the family initially spoke of fairness and equal shares, the reality turned out very differently. Robyn ended up with deeds to her home, while Janelle and Mary were left without permanent homes of their own. Excluded from decisions. Both Janelle and Mary complained on the show about being shut out of key financial and family discussions. Kody and Robyn made decisions about property, finances, and even family gatherings without consulting them. Emotional neglect. Kody himself admitted that he no longer felt romantic toward either Janelle or Mary. He focused all his energy on Robyn, leaving the other wives feeling abandoned. Fans of Sister Wives have not been kind to Kody in response to these revelations. Social media is full of criticism of his treatment of Janelle and Mary. Janelle literally kept the family afloat for years, and this is how she gets treated? Sleeping in an RV while Robyn lives in a palace. Mary invested decades of her life and was discarded like nothing. Some have even called for Janelle and Mary to sue Kody for their share of the family's assets, though no such action has been publicly reported. On Sister Wives, one-on-one, Janelle expressed her frustration. It feels like everything I contributed was just taken. And now I'm left with nothing. Mary was more reserved but admitted. It hurts to see how the resources were allocated. I thought we were all in this together. Both have moved on from Kody, focusing on rebuilding their lives and pursuing their own financial independence. Since leaving Kody, both Janelle and Mary have started to reclaim their independence. Janelle continues working in health and wellness, building her own income streams, and enjoying time with her children and grandchildren. Mary has expanded her bed and breakfast business and recently purchased her own home. Neither has publicly indicated plans to seek legal recourse for the money and property they lost, but fans hope they at least find peace and stability away from Kody. Could Kody face legal trouble? Legally, the Brown family operated in a gray area since only Robyn was legally married to Kody. This complicates property rights and financial claims for the other wives. Still, if Janelle and Mary can prove that they invested significant money into shared property or were promised certain rights, they might have a case for reimbursement. Even if not through courts, the public opinion has been clear. Many believe Kody owes them both, financially and emotionally. Kody's handling of family finances reveals the dangers of favoritism, lack of transparency, and poor planning. Janelle and Mary gave decades of their lives and hundreds of thousands of dollars, only to see Robyn reap the benefits. Sister wives. Christine Brown finds happiness with David Woolley. For more than a decade, Christine Brown's journey on Sister Wives captured the hearts of millions. Viewers watched as she navigated the joys and pains of plural marriage, raising children in a complex family, and ultimately deciding to leave Kody Brown to find her own happiness. Today, Christine is thriving, and much of that happiness is thanks to her new husband, David Woolley. Together, Christine and David have built a life filled with love, laughter, and freedom from the heavy burdens of her past. This article explores Christine's courageous decision to leave Kody, how she met David, and the beautiful life they are building together, proving it's never too late to find your happily ever after. Christine's life with Kody, a journey of love and sacrifice. When Christine Brown joined Kody's family as his third wife in 1994, she was a bright, hopeful young woman who fully embraced the principles of plural marriage. She loved being a mother and took pride in raising her children and supporting the family. However, over the years, Christine began to feel increasingly invisible in her marriage. She often expressed feeling neglected and undervalued by Kody, especially as his attention focused more on Robyn, his fourth wife. "I feel like I'm at the bottom of the totem pole," Christine admitted during one of the show's emotional episodes. For years, she suppressed her own needs for the sake of the family, believing that endurance and patience would eventually bring her the love and respect she craved. The breaking point: choosing herself. By 2021, Christine could no longer ignore her unhappiness. After watching her marriage to Kody deteriorate for years, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, which exposed deep fractures in the family, she made the brave choice to leave. Her decision was met with mixed reactions from the family, but Christine knew it was the right thing to do. She packed up and moved to Utah to be closer to her children and grandchildren, seeking a fresh start. "I deserve to be someone's first choice. I deserve to be loved," she declared as she closed the chapter on her plural marriage. Fans everywhere cheered her on, calling her an inspiration for women trapped in unfulfilling relationships. Enter David Woolley, an unexpected love story. Christine didn't expect to find love again so soon, but the universe had other plans. In early 2023, she met David Woolley, a warm, kind, and devoted man who swept her off her feet. David, a successful businessman and father himself, was everything Christine had longed for: attentive, respectful, and genuinely enamored with her. They began dating quietly at first, enjoying dinners, road trips, and quality time with each other's families. By Valentine's Day of 2023, Christine shared their relationship publicly, posting joyful photos and calling him the love of my life. Why David was different. Unlike her marriage to Kody, where she often felt invisible, Christine found in David someone who celebrated her. He admired her strength, her humor, and her dedication to family. Friends say he treats her like a queen, always putting her needs and happiness first. "I didn't know love could feel like this," Christine gushed in one social media post. David also embraced her children, who were thrilled to see their mother so happy. Her daughters in particular were vocal in their support, saying they'd never seen her smile so much. The wedding, a dream come true. On a sunny day in late 2023, Christine and David tied the knot in a beautiful outdoor ceremony surrounded by family and friends. Christine wore a stunning lace gown, beaming with joy as she walked down the aisle to David, who was visibly emotional seeing his bride. The wedding was full of heartfelt moments. Christine's daughters giving touching speeches about their mom's strength. David promising not just to love Christine but to cherish her children as his own. A lively dance floor where Christine and David twirled the night away. It was a stark contrast to the somber and restrained tone of her former life. This time, it was all about love and celebration. Life with David, a love-filled adventure. Since their wedding, Christine and David have embraced life as a team. They split their time between Utah and traveling, exploring new places together, and making up for lost years. Their days are full of simple pleasures: morning coffee on the porch, family dinners, spontaneous weekend getaways, and long talks under the stars. Christine has also become more confident and vibrant, sharing her adventures on social media and inspiring other women to pursue happiness at any age. Blended family bliss. One of the most touching aspects of Christine and David's relationship is how they've blended their families. David's children and grandchildren have welcomed Christine with open arms, and the two families often gather for holidays and celebrations. Christine's kids, who once worried about their mom being alone, are relieved to see her thriving. "It feels like we're finally complete," one of her daughters said in a heartfelt post. Christine's career flourishes. With David's encouragement, Christine has continued to build her career outside of Sister Wives. She's launched a successful lifestyle brand, offering cooking tips, motivational talks, and insights about leaving polygamy and finding self-worth. Fans flock to her social media pages for advice and inspiration, and her confidence has become one of her trademarks. Facing Kody and the past with grace. While Christine has moved on, she occasionally crosses paths with Kody and the rest of the Brown family, especially at family events involving their children. Though the relationship remains strained, Christine maintains her composure, focusing on her own happiness rather than old wounds. "I don't hold any bitterness," she said in a recent interview. "I just wish him the best and hope he finds his own happiness someday." Christine's journey has resonated deeply with fans of Sister Wives. For years, viewers watched her struggle in silence, wishing she could break free. Her courage to walk away, embrace her worth, and find true love has inspired countless women to evaluate their own lives and demand better for themselves. Social media is filled with messages like, "Christine shows us that it's never too late to rewrite your story." She's proof that leaving a toxic relationship is the first step to real happiness. A day in the life of Christine and David. Christine and David's daily life is a charming mix of ordinary moments and romantic gestures. Here's what a typical day might look like. They wake up early, sip coffee on the patio while watching the sunrise, and plan their day. Christine cooks breakfast while David plays with the grandkids or helps in the garden. They run errands together, sometimes stopping for lunch at a local cafe or shopping for home decor. They take a scenic drive or go for a hike, holding hands and enjoying the fresh air. David's words about Christine. In interviews and on social media, David often praises Christine. "She is the most incredible woman I've ever met. Her strength, her kindness, her love for her family. It's an honor to be her husband." He also credits her for making him a better man, saying she inspires him every day to be more patient, more loving, and more grateful. Christine's message to others. Christine has become a powerful advocate for women in unhappy or unhealthy relationships. Her message is clear. You deserve to be loved fully. You deserve to be happy. You don't have to settle for less than your worth. Through speaking engagements, social media posts, and her own example, she encourages women to prioritize their well-being and happiness. Their future plans. Christine and David have big dreams for their future. Continue traveling the world, exploring Europe, Asia, and beyond. Build a cozy vacation cabin in the mountains as a retreat for their blended family. Host family reunions every year, keeping their loved ones close. Write a book together about their love story and lessons learned. Both are excited to make every day an adventure and to never take each other for granted. Kody has been noticeably quiet about Christine's new marriage. According to insiders, he was initially shocked and hurt that she moved on so quickly, but also acknowledged that he couldn't give her what she needed. "I couldn't make her happy. I hope she finds what she's looking for," he reportedly said. Fans react to Christine's happiness. The Sister Wives fan community continues to cheer Christine on. Social media is flooded with congratulatory messages and admiration. "She's glowing. You can tell she's finally at peace. David seems like such a kind man. She deserves this happiness." Christine is living proof that it's never too late to find true love. The power of choosing yourself. Christine's story is more than just a love story. It's about reclaiming her life, her identity, and her happiness. She spent years putting others first, losing pieces of herself along the way. But by choosing herself, she opened the door to a love that celebrates and cherishes her. "I finally feel like I'm living, not just existing," she said during one interview. A legacy of love and courage. Christine's journey from a plural wife in a strained marriage to a joyful, loved, and fulfilled woman serves as a powerful legacy. Her daughters and fans everywhere now have a role model who proved that happiness is worth fighting for, no matter how hard the road may seem. Kody Brown's happiness with David Woolley is a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever felt trapped,